So, Andy Burnham is the new UK Prime Minister, but what does he actually think about crypto? He appeared at an event which was in 2024, and it was the Manchester Blockchain Alliance, sponsored by Stand with Crypto, and he did a speech regarding leading the digital and social revolution in Manchester. I've watched the speech, I'm not going to show it here, but he mainly focuses on what you think he would focus on as mayor at the time, which is all about the powerhouse, the Web3, digital tech, and doesn't really mention anything in regards to, name dropping certain coins. If he was speaking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and he's even said he doesn't really kind of understand, what crypto is. Recently, Nigel Farage was donated £5 million by a crypto billionaire in 2024, and this only came to light in this year. In terms of commenting on what he thought about this, he didn't really go into it negatively, to be honest with you. Andy Burnham saying that politics should be about improving the lives of millions of people, not about personal gain, not about hiding dodgy donations. And I think the public will see this for exactly what it is. He also had a public spat with him on X, but it isn't really negative, in my opinion, what he's saying about Farage. In terms of Labour itself, I've mentioned before that if you look at the election manifesto in 2024, there was zero mentions of cryptocurrency or Web3. So nothing from the previous Prime Minister. And you even have dinosaurs like this guy who clearly hates crypto, saying we need to take dark money like crypto out of politics for good. That's why a total ban will do. Which I completely disagree with. We also had the previous Prime Minister, who's probably the most pro-crypto one yet, which was Rishi Sunak, who was talking about something called Bitcoin, which I believe hasn't really progressed since, which was about the UK creating its own kind of stable coin or cryptocurrency, which is pretty much on hold at the moment.
Sorry guys, quick interruption while I tell you about Bitget wallet. Why do I like it? 1, it's non-custodial. Your keys, your coins. 2, you can spend your crypto via the Bitget wallet card and earn 3% back in crypto via BTC, stables, or even tokenized stocks. 3, you can connect it to all DeFi platforms. And 4, with my link, you can get $20 to get you started. Link in description.
And he was the one who was saying he wanted to make the UK the leading country or area for cryptocurrency. Spoke at a number of events, but there's been nothing really since him that has been kind of pro-crypto as such. There are upcoming changes that are happening mainly next year in crypto, and this is the FCA Crypto Regulatory Framework. What this basically means that any crypto trading platforms, such as your exchanges, stablecoin issuers, staking intermediaries, will all face FCA authorization or they are illegal. And that just means illegal to operate in the UK. So, they can operate in other countries. We know for a fact people will use a VPN, And it's the same with a lot of things the UK tries to do and ban, which other countries are quite pro crypto and the UK isn't. There's no actual rules coming into effect for DeFi, which is the area that you can't really control because it is decentralized. Because obviously if you're a firm like Coinbase or Binance, which can't operate in the UK at the moment, you'll have to all have FCA authorization. Now, we know there's a lot of firms that have the FCA authorization, which is becoming more widespread, but it's not illegal for other ones to operate. We know a few are geo-blocked, but like I said, people just use a VPN. I think a lot of people that are in crypto are kind of past the fact of understanding how to bypass a lot of this. And I'm not saying do that, but this is what is coming into effect in the UK in 2027. If we look at the main thing that will affect all of us going forward, obviously you've got the FCA regulation, and a lot of people were saying, well, what's the point in buying crypto now? Because nothing seems to be getting better. If you look at the previous voting history for Andy Burnham, he's voted 80% usually for increasing the main thing that we pay tax on for crypto, which is capital gains tax, and Labour itself is 84% voting in that kind of area. The actual rates now is 18% for a basic rate income taxpayer and 24% for higher and additional rate taxpayers with the 3K allowance as well. We know this can change at any time, so it's not like the new tax year means new changes, because previously, I think it was October, maybe 23 or 24, I can't remember which one, the rules just changed instantly. So the moment they announced it, these rates came in. It wasn't the end of the tax year. So at any point, he can just come out and say, I'm raising capital gains tax, and the lower rate could go up to 20, the higher rate could go to 26, 27, 28, 30. It could be a fixed rate at 25, or it could be a fixed rate at 30. And then the annual allowance, which used to be 12,000, could be abolished as well. And we know that he's very, very pro raising this level, because historically people that pay capital gains tax are seen as the rich, which that he hates. Which it isn't just rich people. People have stocks and shares. A lot of people in the UK have crypto in the millions now, and it is just everyday people. But this is what everyone is focusing on. He will need to raise money for, and this has always been an area that has been risen every single time, with having to create that extra income for that they need to plug the other gaps in terms of offering other things that are free. So is he pro crypto? I don't think 100%. I think he's more Web3 and digital, because he doesn't really understand what it is. There's obviously a lot of negative press at the moment regarding the donation that I mentioned before to Nigel Farage, but who knows which way this is going to go. I think the most likely way this is going to go is capital gains tax will be increased, but I do not see anything changing in terms of allowances or different rules FCA-wise for crypto. I think this will just tick along with what it has been doing like this. Is it pointless buying crypto still? I don't think it is. A lot of people will say it is, and that's why the title of the video is this. I've seen a lot of videos of people saying it's pointless buying it in the UK now, because more regulation, more tax rises. But for what I do, for what I teach, with the ROI that you get from DeFi, from the ROI you get from what I teach, the liquidity pools, in my opinion, outweighs the negatives that is going forward. And if you look at the landscape of the UK in terms of when the next general election is in a couple of years, the person leading the actual polls is Reform, who are very pro-crypto. So, it's one of them. Timing the market, in my opinion, being in the market is better than timing the market, to be honest with you. If you're earning your yield on crypto, if you are earning, the rewards back, in my opinion, it's better than just getting into crypto when someone more pro-crypto is in, because that's when everyone will do it, and it'll probably be the bull run then anyway. So you're just getting in at the top, which is not a smart thing to do. But that's it for me today. I hope you found some of that useful. If you enjoy my content, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon.